including a new tight end, first-round pick, Colson Loveland, Michigan. A new wide receiver, second-round pick, Luther Burdens out of Missouri. New everything everywhere. Caleb Williams got a new head coach, for crying out loud. Chase, is it officially playoffs or bust for the college phenom, Caleb Williams?
It is. Excuses are over. No more excuses. And I've sort of played the middle about, Caleb Williams in terms of, hey, you got to get his growth. Man, if you look at every single move that Ryan Poles, the GM, has made, not only this offseason, but the prior offseason, it has been for Caleb Williams. If you look at the roster, forget about the schedule, if you just look at the roster, they're one of the more talented rosters in all the NFL. Now it's your turn to shine and your turn to take this team over, Caleb Williams. I think the moves obviously have been made, but I think where Caleb can make the biggest jump, in my opinion, is mentally. Hey, mentally, we talked about the film issue, not watching film. You got to get in the film room. You got to understand what to do, when to do it, and you got to be the leader on and off the field that the Bears need. It's not just about your play on the field. It's about everything. Handling all the pressures that have come with a starting quarterback job in where your dad said quarterbacks go to die. You can be the one to change that. I mean, the biggest thing that Ben Johnson's done, he revamped that offensive line. Just like Acho said, they'd signed Drew Dahlman to the second highest, richest center in NFL history. They go out, they just re-signed Joe Thuney. They get Jonah Jackson. They draft Colson Loveland to pair with Cole Kmet. I mean, they got a three-headed monster at receiver with DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and then my guy out of Missouri. They're going to have their hands full in terms of talent. Can he be a point guard of the football? How do him and Ben Johnson mesh? The pressure's on him. If he goes in there this season and doesn't live up to expectations, we're going to start pointing the finger back at him and not at the coach or not at the franchise or not at this. They've given you every single thing to succeed. The pressure's on you, man.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Shady always says don't judge rookies, which is hard for me. I got to do a daily television show. I would love to judge rookies for y'all's sake, to give y'all some insight, and for my sake. I'm an impatient person. I judge sophomores, though. Sophomores going to get judged. Caleb Williams, I believe, was one of, if not the sophomores. I judge the sophomores. Caleb was one of the best quarterbacks in college I had ever seen in my life. I remember when he stepped onto the scene against my alma mater, Texas, as a backup to Spencer Rattler and led Oklahoma from down 14 to a thrilling victory at a neutral site in one of the most competitive atmospheres in football in Dallas, Texas, Red River rivalry. I remember going to Colorado, watching Caleb duel versus Shador Sanders, backpedaling away from defenders and throwing strikes. Then you get to the league, and I see none of that. If Caleb struggles this year, we're going to have to start having the Trevor Lawrence conversations that Shady likes to have. We're going to have to start having them, where after 2 years, we haven't seen enough. At least Trevor Lawrence, after his sophomore year, he went to the playoffs. I think he won a playoff game against Chase's Los Angeles Chargers. He went to the playoffs. He did some things. Caleb, do something. Do something. You can't live in a world where Jaden Daniels as a rookie went to the playoffs, where C.J. Stroud the year before as a rookie went to the playoffs, where Bo Nix as a rookie went to the playoffs. Then you as a sophomore don't go to the playoffs. Shady, it's time for him to put up or shut up.
Yeah, I don't judge rookies. Huh?
Don't judge rookies.
You judge sophomores?
Judge sophomores.
That was a nice little line. No, but I'm it's only year 2 for him, right? And some players takes a little longer, right? We look at guys like Baker Mayfield. I didn't think much of him his first 2-3 years. I didn't, not at all. But look where we are now. I look at guys like Sam Darnold. Chase loves Sam Darnold. It took me a long time to even say good words about him because he played so bad. But eventually, he came around. I think he has a lot of talent, and he got a lot of new pieces, which will help him out. I think his new coach, I think with the new head coach, that's going to help him out a lot. You see what he did for Detroit Lions, but I got to be honest also, too, man. I mean, he got a hard schedule. First of all, and your division is real tough, right? So before you can get to the NFC, other teams, you got a hard – look at this schedule real quick. Y'all messing around, playing around. Okay, like the Vikings, we hope they win that game, but that's going to be tough. The Lions, you know what's up with that. Dallas Cowboys, George Pickens over there. Might help Dak Prescott. Dak, it ain't the playoffs, it's regular season, and you know how good he plays in the regular season. Raiders, they should probably win that game, get the bye, get things together. Then Washington, Jaden Daniels, he's an elite quarterback. Saints should win that. Ravens, you know what's going on. Joe Burrow, hopefully. So as much as we want to act like he should just go out there and just kill everybody, this is a hard schedule. So I can't say it's a bust because I look at the duration of his career and his contract as the number 1 pick overall. His whole contract's guaranteed, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got to pay him. You got to pay him some bread. I can't just say a bust if he don't go to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, no, I agree with Shady. I'm not ready to say playoffs are bust, but he does got to clear all that up.
What's all that up?
Sophomore slump. Is he gonna be a Trevor Lawrence? After this year, we got to say this your dude. We got our franchise quarterback. That's what he has to do this year. He has to go out there and play extremely well under Ben Johnson. And if that means playoffs, it means playoffs. If it means shorter the playoffs, it means shorter the playoffs. Because to be honest with you, if they win 10 games in that division, they might not make the playoffs.
Come on now.
And that's just a true fact. But out of those 10 wins, show us that you're not a Trevor Lawrence. Show us that you have the Chicago Bears in very good hands for the future. The Chicago Bears know that we got our guy. You know what? We probably need to start saving up because eventually we're going to have to pay this man a whole lot of money. Let's start having them talks after this season of you being a legit quarterback. And it might not mean playoffs, but you got to show that. We got to get you out of the conversations of, are you going to look like a Justin Fields? Are you going to look like a Trevor Lawrence? Are you going to look like we got to get you out of those conversations. Let's play well. Let's get you into the conversations of, man, we are in good hands, and we're going to have to start putting some money aside.
But even them dudes you're talking about. See, this is the problem I'm having with y'all. You said, I don't want you to be the conversation of the Trevor Lawrences and Justin Fields.
I know they got paid, but what I'm saying
not even paid. They got opportunities, though.
No doubt.
So when you say a bust.
But I'm just saying on different teams, though, they got opportunities.
Well, Trevor Lawrence is still with the Jaguars.
Making $55 million.
So what I'm saying is you can have opportunity. And real quick, I would say, for me, the number one pick overall, year 3. I need to see it, dog. I'm going to have a short lease year 3, and if you show me that you the guy, you the guy. You know, year 3, that's too long?
The reason
I
like year 3.
So I, before your take, and you said 10 wins in your take, I had wrote down 10 wins, and I had circled it, because I think 10 wins is the minimum for this team. If you go in and you put 15 other quarterbacks in Caleb Williams' spot, given everything that they've been given, they would be a playoff team.
Lead that up there real quick. Week 1, what you got?
Huh?
No, let's get to the 10.
Okay.
Week 1, what you got?
At home?
Loss. Week 1. Week 2, you got Detroit. Loss. Dang, you starting off 0-2.
2-2.
Cowboys. You giving them a dub against the Cowboys.
Washington probably lost.
Raiders.
2-2.
Raiders. 2-2. Okay.
Raiders is guaranteed win. Jay.
Washington lost.
Hater.
Saints win.
3-3.
Ravens loss. Win versus Bengals. Win versus
4-4.
Giants.
Wow.
Win versus Vikings.
6-4.
Loss versus the Steelers. Loss versus the
Packers.
Eagles.
Wait, you beat
That's the Eagles.
Loss versus the Packers and Eagles. Loss.
They beat the
Versus the-
Packers one game. They beat the Browns. They lose to the other. They beat San Fran.
Hold on,
They
you moved too
lose to-
fast.
I think it's 10-7.
You're moving fast. You're moving
That's
fast.
10-7.
Chase, you move
Yeah,
fast.
you move real
We was working
fast.
together.
What?
We was working together. You start sprinting.
Oh, yeah. We was working together.
The Steelers gonna
So you said,
lose to the
so
Steelers?
loss to the Eagles. So loss to the Steelers, loss to the Eagles, you lost to the Packers, W Browns,
And I think W Green Bay the next one.
W Green Bay, what
San
you
Fran.
crazy, W San
Bay,
Fran,
in
what
the
you giving
Bay.
Detroit?
Well, it depends if Detroit's resting starters. And week 18.
Everybody's
Nah,
playing, sir.
assume everybody
playing.
lost.
Lost.
Is that 10?
Okay, let me see what you got.
It better be
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins. You got.
Ugh,
And you
see?
scratched and clawed for them. Bengals up
Get it.
there, Packers.
So it's one thing to, and that's my whole take, is like, it's one thing to look at the schedule and do that. I'm looking at the roster of the Chicago Bears offensively and defensively, plus the head coach. The head coach is probably good for a win or two in there. Maybe they shouldn't win.
gave him
If
that.
you go out and you put, you know that list, the 17 lists of Dak Prescott's, if you go and you put 12 other guys in the top 10 of those lists, they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's my whole take on this whole thing. You have to be good enough, Caleb Williams, to carry your team, because there's going to be some games that they need you to win games.
Something else to consider very quickly before we go to break. Jared Goff, only 30 years of age. Jordan Love, only 26 years of age. J.J. McCarthy, only 22 years of age.
Young division.
If you don't make the playoffs this year, where all those quarterbacks are young, when will you make it? Because those teams
Goff
aren't getting
only
any worse.
30?
Jared Goff,
It seems
only
like you've
30.
been playing forever, right?
Remember, Jared Goff was the 2016, 20.
I don't know why I thought he was.
Yeah. Jared. What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.